I was taught my whole life that I was created male in heaven before I even came to the earth. So the fact that I was a boy on earth meant that I was spiritually created male and therefore will always be male for all of eternity. As a kid who felt like I was a girl in the wrong body, that really screwed with me. I could not comprehend how that was possible. I'd lay in bed at night for hours wondering, how is this possible that I never, for all of eternity, ever get to experience what it's like to be a woman? And I just could not fathom that concept. And it would freak me out because I felt this internal feeling like I have to experience that it's who I feel like I am. And I have to experience that. And so when I was told that I will never experience that because you clearly were created male and always will be. And I don't understand how Mormons just accept that. I have other Mormons now tell me, well, yeah, I was created male and always will be. When you think about eternity is a long, long time.
It's a really long time, yeah.
And to be told that for all of eternity, you're going to be a boy because you were created a boy and inside I was struggling with all of these feelings. And of course I was in a household with a mother that was rather narcissistic. Some look at her behavior and say she clearly had borderline personality disorder, which their diagnosis, I don't know, but she never had the emotional availability. She was there and she homeschooled me and she would do arts and crafts for me and things, but she was never that lovingly attuned to me. And then on top of that, she was always dissing on men, always saying men were disgusting monsters, acting like they were the worst people on the planet. And she would always degrade male anatomy as if it was disgusting and wrong. And so as I was growing up in this household, I developed the belief that I was a girl in the wrong body, but it became clear as I looked back at my childhood growing up that what seemed to really actually happen was that I internalized all of this weirdness about men and how men are dangerous. And I wanted my mother's love, of course. So in order to maintain my mother's love, I had to adapt somehow and be what she wanted. But the weird thing was that I couldn't be a girl growing up in my childhood home. Anytime I would express any signs of femininity, I would be steered away from that. Like I tell this story about my mom telling me even the proper way to look at my fingernails. I was like 6 or 7 years old as far as I remember. I don't know why she felt the need to specify these gender norms and gender roles, but that together with my growing up not being able to accept the fact that I'd be male for all of eternity and her degrading men and penises all the time and being told that there's proper gender roles for people to play, I said, well, I guess I have to assign myself to one of them. I have to live one way or the other. And I'd always been attracted to the soft feminine things. I always wanted to play with dolls as a kid. Once in a while I would on the side, but for the most part I learned very quickly that any sign towards femininity needed to be shoved right out. And so I did and held that inside for years.
Did you have any siblings or was it just you?
I actually have a sister that's 3 years younger than me, but the dynamic there was that she always acted like my older sibling, and it played into weirdness as far as gender roles in my family, being a boy and together with my sister.
Yeah, I guess like from your perspective, what was that like for her, I guess? Like growing up, the dynamic. I'm not trying to ask you to speak for her. I guess I'm asking like you wanting to be a girl and her being a girl. What was that like for you mentally? Like, do you get what I'm getting at? Or like the question I'm asking?
I think so. Like when she would have slumber parties, I went into depression because I always wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to have slumber parties myself with my girlfriends. And watching my sister wear the clothes that I always wanted to and get to do the girly things that I always felt I should be able to do. Who knows how much of that played into it, my child mind just identifying what she was doing.
Were you able to have like the male equivalent of those, like sleepovers or like G.I. Joes or like things like that? Or were you held to like stricter standards, I guess, is another question I have.